Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. If you have ever wanted to create a plan to make sure that your life is heading in the right direction, you've come to the right place. If you've wanted to, I don't know, identify what your core values are, create a mission plan, these things you've heard that you should be doing but haven't known how to go about it, you're in the right place. If you've heard about the LifeFocus kit and you want to know more about what comes in the box, I hope you're in the right place because today on After Focus, we're going to unbox whatever this is. I think it's a LifeFocus kit, but I haven't actually confirmed that yet. So, hi, I am Colter Reed. I'm your host here on After Work. I'm here to help you get the day to day out of the way so you can stop chasing the dream and start living the dream. So, when we talk about planning, we're usually thinking about very short-term planning. We're thinking about the daily plan. We're thinking about maybe a weekly plan. We're thinking about maybe annual goals, but that's usually what we're talking about, which is fine and that's appropriate because most of the time when most of the time, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with that short-term stuff. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do this week? What do I want to accomplish this year? Those are the questions that we deal with. And then day in, day out, we create a plan, we work on it. Things go according to plan, they don't. We replan, we drop back 10 punt, we figure out how to adapt, we move forward. But sometimes we need to take a step back and not be so busy driving around that we never take the time to think about our destination. Some people get in the car and just drive. That happens, absolutely. Those people enjoy driving. And if you have time for that, that's great. More power to you. But uh, now, let me share a story. Back when I was in college, a friend of mine decided that we were going to go on a road trip and go visit a friend from high school. And our parents thought, okay, great, what are you going to do? And our plan was basically, well, we're going to get in the car and we're going to head towards Spokane. This was coming from Rock Springs, Wyoming to Spokane. How are you going to get there? Well, we're going to go that way. Um, we're going to get on the road, and every time we have a choice between turning left and turning right, we're going to take the turn that heads us towards Spokane, gets us closer there. Now, that was enough of a plan for us. We knew that we knew where we were going. We had a destination, we had an end in mind. And so we were able to get there. And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun along the way. On the trip back, that was the same basic plan. And one of the specifics of this plan was we'd get to, I don't know, I think it was Bozeman, Montana, and yeah, find a hotel for the night. And then the next day we'd drive back through Yellowstone National Park and then go home. That plan doesn't work the first week of August. That is peak tourist season. And yeah, we got to Bozeman. There was not a open hotel room for 200 miles in any direction. So we loaded up the car with caffeinated drinks and sugary snacks, and we drove through the night. So for many years, even though I had grown up in Wyoming, when people asked me about, oh, have you been to Yellowstone? The answer was either no or yes, from 1 to 4 in the morning. And I hope to one day go back and see it when the sun's up. And even at 2 in the morning, we still had a traffic jam. There were buffalo out in the middle of the road, and the 6 cars ahead of us didn't want to actually get out to pass the buffalo. So 2 in the morning, we had a we had a we had a traffic jam in Wyoming because that's how we roll. Eldon Jackson says, and you survived the trip. More than survived, we thrived. We had a lot of fun. Eldon, thank you for joining us. So, what's in the box? Let's take a look. So LifeFocus was announced about 2 months ago. The first I heard about it, I did the uh, uh, best year ever for the new year, and took a look at that, and did the live event because I figured why not. I enjoy these sorts of things where you can actually sit down and it's not just you going through it, but you've actually got a community around you. There's other people going through it, doing the same thing. So I thought, yeah, let's do your best year ever live this year. Let's do it. It'll be fun. And towards the end of the event, they announced this new product that they had, LifeFocus. Um, and the basic premise behind it was years ago, Michael had written a book. I got this book on the shelf back there. I'm just seeing if I can spot it fast enough. Living Forward. Moving Forward. Do I? It's there somewhere. I just don't see it. You wrote Living Forward, which was a book about setting a goal for your life. Where do you want to get to? And he, but as he describes it, the one flaw to the approach that he took was assuming that everybody was a writer and everybody could sit down and take an idea and get it into words. This was natural for him. He figured that this would be a natural process for everybody. But working with clients over the years, he realized that that's not something that comes naturally to a lot of people. And so they sat down, they figured out, okay, how can we make this work better? How can we make this a better experience? How can we make this easier, simpler, straightforward, and even fun? And so gradually they came up with the idea for LifeFocus, which is a tool that will guide you through the process every step of the way. Every time you need to start making decisions about who you want to be, the kind of life you want to live, it guides you through it. So ever since I pre-ordered I pre-ordered a kit on that day. I'm like, oh, this sounds great, sounds amazing. Pre-ordered a kit, decided I wasn't going to worry about the live training for that one. I later changed my mind and upgraded to the live training. That it's a 2-day event. It's this next weekend actually. Decided to sign up for that. I did not upgrade properly, so instead of getting one LifeFocus kit, I actually have two. I should give this one away or something. Stay tuned. Anyway, let's take a look. Let's see what's in this. Okay. So we have Sting, trusty Sting here. And I kind of joked about this in the email that I sent out. I really do hope that this is the LifeFocus kit. I don't know what's next. It showed up at the right time. This should be it. So, okay, some crumpled paper up at the top. Great. Kids are going to be sad that they can't pop anything. Okay, what do we have? Oh, there it is. Confirmation. It's the right box. It's upside down because I had approximately a 50% chance. It's LifeFocus. All right, and it's nice and shiny. It's got shrink wrap on it, so you can see the reflection of the camera that's pointed at it. So great. Okay, LifeFocus. Shrink wrapped. Ooh, what do we have on the back here? What do we have on the back? What will you do with your life? Okay. So that I'm actually going to come back to the main camera here. Come back to the main camera while I read this. Read what's on the back. So we don't want to fall short of our potential. No, we don't. We want to achieve more than we thought possible. Depends on how much you think is possible. And our families, friends, and communities are counting our unique gifts, skills, knowledge, and resources to leave this world better than we found it. But lives of purpose never happen by accident. It's possible to have successful days, even successful years, and fail to have a meaningful life. One of the things I've talked about was, you can get so busy running around putting out fires that you never stop to ask yourself where the fires are coming from. You never do any sort of fire prevention. And so what do? You end up spending all your days busy. You're doing good things, but you're reactionary the whole time. You're never going the direction that you want to go in. So we built 11 card decks with clear, insightful prompts so you can build an inspiring future. They cover mission, values, body, love, money, mind, family, work, spirit, community, and hobbies. So I kind of recognize that those. So at some point they dropped from 12. They used to have 12 areas for the not LifeFocus, the life score assessment. There used to be 12 on that. By the end of the simple process, you'll have a vision for a life you can't wait to live. You'll also have actionable next steps to start pursuing a life of greater direction, greater purpose, greater growth, and greater balance. So, are you ready? Let's take a look here. Okay. That is shiny. Wow. I can't believe how shiny that is. Okay. You could probably grab this and tear it yourself, but I've got Sting handy, so I'm going to just create a slit. There we go. Pull the shrink wrap off. There we go. Ooh, yeah, nice. Nice finish to it. Nice finish. So I'm guessing that these icons represent the different, yeah, there's 11 of them. So these represent the 11 different areas that we just talked about, just mentioned. Not a bad fit, breathes pretty well. Just kind of lift up the bottom of the box just by lifting up the lid. Yes, I can. That's good. Okay. We've got a LifeFocus guide. And I just realized that my up is not your up on this. Okay, so let's square that up. I will work things upside down because I'm a highly trained broadcast professional and I just instinctively try to turn it back right side up. Okay, introduction. Every one of us possesses the same remarkable gift, our one and only life. We are unique, absolutely. Each one of us. I'm not going to read all of this. So this is instructions on how to go through it. Powerfully resonant. Yeah, so the idea is you have these decks. So the idea is you have these decks and you go through and divide each of the decks up into three piles. Um, things that are powerfully resonant with you, things that are less resonant, and yeah, maybe. You iterate, anything that ends up in the maybe pile, you circle back and take care of that, and revisit that. You want to end up with everything in one of the two piles. Strongly resonant or less resonant. I like that. It's not agree, disagree, strongly agree, strongly disagree. It's yes, this resonates with me. This resonates with me not so much. So you don't have to say, no, that's not me. I like that. Okay. All right. And then we've got some prompts here for it's kind of a fill in the blank, choose your own adventure sort of thing. If you can do a Mad Lib, it looks like you can do this. Um, and it walks you through I am A, these are my roles. I exist to, this is the impact I want to have, and I do this by these activities. This is, sounds like this is how we create a mission statement. Respond to your chosen activities prompt. Okay, cool. Where am I now? Assess your current reality. English is fun. Okay, and this is the life score. Okay, yep, know that. And yep, how happy are you with it? How this tells you, by understanding where you are now, that lets you know how you can, uh, what areas you need to focus on to be well-rounded and move forward. Okay, great. And then links to more information for more of what they do. Okay. Ooh, LifeFocus Plan, another book. Ooh. All right, what's in this one? How to use your plan. Complete your LifeFocus plan using a guide. Oh, you're working with a guide. Then put it to use. Implement, review, and update. Okay. Revise your life focus once a year before setting annual goals or as needed. Okay, so that's good. This isn't something that you do once and then you go on autopilot for the next 10 years, but this is something that you revisit annually. Okay. So somebody asked during during the when this was introduced at the um, when this was introduced at Best Year Ever, somebody asked if this is a reusable kit or if it's like a one-use kit, and yeah, they said that it was a one-use kit or at least one person. I'm guessing that a lot of that comes down to the workbooks, um, basically, and once you fill these out, then um, then yeah, it's hard for somebody else to do it. But like if you and your spouse wanted to do this together, I mean, yeah, grab a sheet of paper, use this as the template, and then just write it out on a separate sheet of paper. That should be fine. I mean, absolutely. Go, buy a separate copy for each of you. Yes, uh, if you can. But you don't have to. Um, yes, Eldon, those are QR codes in the back. Um, they've got the URLs and the QR codes. They've done it properly. They have both. They don't not just the QR code, and you have to use the QR code because they don't tell you what the URL is. They're doing this right. They respect you, and so yes, if it's easier for you to type it in, just type it in your web browser and go. If you want to pull your phone out and just go from the QR code, do the QR code. And yes, I completely understand about that overhead camera. It's not good for reading text in general, and these are very sparse pages um, with very small text on them, and still lots of white space. So yeah, I can see that on my preview here. There's not a lot you can see, so I'm not going to worry about that. But okay, so we have in here the decks, and I'm going to grab one of the small decks just to start. And then I'm curious what this big deck over here is, what this big deck is. So, but let's start with this one. I'm grabbing it at random. Looks like this is family. Okay. Now, what's in the family deck? Oh, this strip of paper just. Oh, that's a good fit. It's a good fit. Okay, so okay. Oh, there's a couple of blanks. Interesting. The first couple of cards. First couple of cards are blank. Fill in. Okay, so these are the cards that you go through and say how strongly each one of these resonates with you. So, all right, cut to the middle of the deck somewhere here. All right, my family shows up for each other, even when it's expensive, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. Ooh, that resonates. Now, this is not necessarily where you are. This is where you want to be. Remember that. Yeah, absolutely. Family's important. Uh, yeah, strongly resonate. Okay, my family is bigger than the people I share blood with. Absolutely. I do not have any blood brothers, but I have some amazing brothers. Okay. Our family has created or practiced traditions that ground us in our religious beliefs and or cultural heritage. Yep, that resonates. 3 for 3, these all resonate. This isn't good. I need to make some decisions. Find some things that resonate less. Okay, our extended family gathers at least once a year for meaningful time together. Yes. I like all of these. Okay, are these? I don't. Let's see. Okay, my family has a shared identity that transcends any one person. Yes, I like that. I agree with it, but I need to put some of these in the less resonant pile. Okay, we have moved to blank. So okay, there's something you might want to achieve in the next 10 years. Move someplace. Okay, we own a pet. Yes, we do. It's a beagle. Her name is Cinnamon. She's a cutie pie. Um, I like pets. Do I specifically want to have a pet as part of our family? Yeah, probably. We'll probably always have a dog now. Family volunteers together. Yeah, we have moved to. Was there two we have moved to cards, or did I just set that one at the back of the deck? There's two we have moved to cards. Okay, cool. So wow, okay, so these are going to be some of these are going to be kind of tough. Maybe this is just because it's the family deck, and yeah, family is important to me, but I like all of them. I don't. Wow, yeah, moving or yeah, moving some of these to the less resonant. That's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be easier. I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions here. Okay, it's not gonna do it for me. It's gonna walk me through the process, but I still have to call the shots. All right, I'm trying to slip this back on just to see if I can. And yeah, again, just barely. Okay, I'm gonna do that trick where you pull some of the cards out from the middle of the deck. And now this should go on a little more easily. Well, oh, oh, there we go. Okay, now open that, slide those in, and there we go. Okay, that was not worth the effort. Wow. But I did it. I put the band back on. So you really can if you want to. Okay, now what is the big one? What is the big one? Ooh, like that. It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't change you. Yeah. Talk about that in weight training a lot because that's where yeah yeah that's where you get the gains. There's got to be resistance. You got to overcome something. Absolutely. Okay, so what's the big deck here? This is and with the strip covering the center, I can't even see what the little logo is. To get a sneak peek at what it is, I've got to slide this off. And I'm going to do the same thing where I just got to pull out the center of the deck. There we go. Okay. Mission, impact, activities, role. Okay, so this is for creating your mission statement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 decks total. I thought this was all going to be for. I thought this was all going to be for what your identifying your core values. Um, but this is for identifying your mission. Okay. Your role. Okay, so let's see. A couple of the activity cards. Let me read one or two of the activity cards here. Identify the top activity that energizes and or fulfills you. Okay. Top activity that energizes and or fulfills you. Hot take, teaching people. I love teaching. Sharing what I know and seeing somebody else gain that knowledge and now they can do something that they couldn't do before, whether it's a knowledge or a skill, whatever. Empowering people to be better. Love that. All right. Identify an activity that makes you feel most like yourself. I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is being a goofball, but I'm not a goofball. I just don't take myself too seriously. Okay. All right. Impact. Promotes discourse, combats prioritization, polarization, polarization. Okay. These are things. Does this agree with you, or does this resonate strongly or resonate not so strongly? Promotes understanding, combats unawareness. Okay. So yeah, This is kind of the impact that you want to have on those around you. Okay, can see that. Impact, impact. Ooh, a lot of impact cards. Roll. Okay, roll cards. Family. Wife slash partner, aunt, mother, daughter, grandmother, sister. Those are all important roles, not my roles. I found a card that resonates less strongly with me. I know which I'll put that one in. Okay, good. Family, husband, partner, uncle, father, son, grandfather, brother. Okay, so yeah, that's me. There we go. That's me. Athlete, competitor, and a challenger. Okay, all right. Humanitarian, altruist, caregiver, teacher, instructor. Oh, there we go. Teaching, friend, ally, confidant. That was more than two. But okay, so some of these are going to require a lot more thought than others. Some of them's like, okay, this is what it is. Does that sound good? Yes, it does. Or yeah, okay, it sounds good, but it's not. It's not what I'm going to focus on. And that might be another way to think of this: is they're all good. They're all things that I want to be someday, eventually. But there's only so many things that I can focus on being, becoming over the course of the next 10 years. So these are the things I'm going to focus on for now. And then next year I can revisit this, go through it again, update the plan. So this will be it. Okay, I'm going to switch back over to the overhead cam for a second just to see. Okay, I've got this deck of cards. Nice and minimalist design, by the way. Yeah, with just the the little icon on the one side, and then yeah, the text on the back. This is nice. This is nice. I like the aesthetic to it. And okay. And yeah, this is foam that goes all the way down. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Okay, so yep, those slide right back in just fine. Don't need to put that back around it. Uh, yeah, that's not going to fit right there. I will do something with that. I don't want to destroy that just yet. So I'm gonna put that there. Okay, those are the cards. Those are the decks. I look forward to going through those. Next week, yeah, the retreat, the live retreat that they're doing is this Friday and Saturday coming up. Next Friday and Saturday, it's from 2 to 4, no, 2 to 4, 9 to 4 Central Time every day. So 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. My time. So yes, this time next week, 168 hours from now, I will have gone through this. I will probably still be riding an endorphin high from it at this point because I enjoy these things. And yeah, I will either have so many questions swimming around in my head about, wow, who do I want to be? Who am I anyway? Um, is this a picture of a person I don't know? Or I'm going to be completely off the charts thrilled because I have some focus and clarity that I haven't maybe had for a while. Um, I first sat down and seriously created a mission statement for myself 21 years ago, summer 2003. And I have revisited it since then. And I haven't changed a word of it because what I came up with worked. Now, I'm curious to see what happens when I go through this. When I go through the LifeFocus process, what kind of a mission statement is it going to help me shape and craft? How much of my current mission statement will I be able to see in the new one? Will it be completely different? I don't know. Will this be the kind of the encouragement that I need to update it for being in a new place in my life now than I was 20 years ago? But anyway, yeah, that's the LifeFocus kit from FullFocus. So if you're curious about what it is, that's what it is. I will certainly get on and do a review after I have gone through the process. This was just the initial unboxing and first impressions, taking a look at what comes inside the box. And yeah, I will, after I've gone through the process, I'll definitely do a follow-up and show you what my thoughts are on the full process. Maybe even share some of the results that I take away from it. So until then, take care. Um, yeah, just go do something great. Go do something great. Reach out and change somebody's day. Find someone around you. Find someone around you who could use a little pick me up. Change their day. You got that power within you. And um, yes, thank you. If you're doing a giveaway on the spare, I will. Um, if you're not on my email list already, this will be a good time to sign up for my email list because you'll hear about it first there. I'll add a link to the show notes um, for where you sign up for my email list because yeah, I'm looking forward to going through this. My wife and I can share a kit, and yeah, let's spread the love. Let's make it. Let's share it. Let's have somebody else go through this too. So take care. Um, everything you do, stay sharp. I'm Coulter Reed, and I'll see you around.